Hey everybody, it is Chris, the New Jersey Picker. Thanks for coming along with me on yet another great journey of yard sailing. This time we have an indoor yard sale. Yes, that's right, an indoor yard sale. Looked like a church sale to me. It's at a church, but apparently this is what they call an indoor yard sale. This was from way back in December 17th of 2022. If you had actually watched last week's video up here in the upper right-hand corner right now, this is the continuation from that day's worth of yard sailing. This was from Limerick, PA, and it's about, I think it was about a 50-minute drive south of where I was in Schnecksville, PA for that last sale. And being that it was the end of the season in December and there's not a lot of yard sales around, I drove to where I could get them. And I'm going to do something way different with this video than I've done in other videos. I am going to let this play out completely in real time with no edits. Sometimes you may have seen other YouTubers do this. I've done it occasionally in the past. I know people do enjoy it, so you can actually see the entirety of the sales without edit points, as a lot of YouTubers do, and I myself do a lot as well. I'm just going to let this one play out because if you saw the title, I may have struck out at this one, right? But this is part one of two. Part two will come out next Sunday. And we'll see if part two, if I may have got a couple of hits. But this one, I think I definitely struck out for this video. But stick around because I want to know in the comments below if you see something that I missed. Because I know when I was going through and watching this video, before I did any editing whatsoever, I was like, wow, I passed up a lot of stuff. So I want to know in the comments below, what are you seeing that I'm not buying? Let me know. And we'll be back to talk again very shortly.
Doesn't talk to me that much.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. You got your little corner back here.
Yep, a little heater going. It's a good thing.
That is good.
One day in 1978, I remember, when nothing happens to you, I remember one or two things.
A lot of stuff.
How you doing? You doing yeah, right? You like them?
I'll show you. And then there's two more. And then they got come down. Well, here's another one. He's 42. See how I like to decorate? I like it. And the wall manager. And he loves me decorating. And he used to be pretty cool to everyone come in. A couple of them. Okay, now, wait a minute.
Sounds like you're
How you doing?
$99 a piece and they're sold out.
And Melbourne?
45,000 times a thousand. Oh, say? 50,000. $500,000. And we're here at Flea Market.
So do they have a 3 o'clock in Melbourne?
Like animated trading cards.
Hey, I want to jump in here and just sort of say, like, hey, a lot of people always ask me in the comments, do you look up comps? And at this sale, as you can tell, I actually really was looking up comps here because I was interested in some of the things. The prices were high on those video games, but I was like, hey, maybe that Centipede, maybe that Miss Pac-Man did have some value. I wasn't sure. $15 did seem a little high to me. And as you can see here, I'm looking through the comps and not really seeing too much in terms of Miss Pac-Man or Centipede. I think I looked up Centipede first. It had like a, I think like a, what was it? Here we go. We're going to scroll here. Yeah, it had a little bit of value, not a ton. You know, probably more long tail than anything. You know, might have been able to double my money, but even after fees, maybe looking at like a $10 profit. And the Miss Pac-Man here was a little strange. Like I thought there'd be a lot more sold comps on Miss Pac-Man, just in terms of how popular of a game that was back in the day. But when you look at new, there was 2 sold comps here, one for 50 and one for 10. And that sort of scares me because if something at an auction is going for $10, that just means there's not a lot of people bidding on it. And especially in that brand new condition, means it's probably not that sought after. So I had to pass on both of those.
That was the Army Hospital right there.
Sorry. Yeah, probably not my size. Huh? Probably like an 8 or a 9. Oh, they all have a marking on them, huh? Weird. I don't know. Interesting.
You gotta get ahead of it. I might have my son if it snows.
I'm back.
Albums. 3 for 2 for 5. This is
Chocolate chocolate.
You get to eat some of the stuff that's in the game.
No. No.
I like this.
I have this whole game.
I like the old school also. You like the one that's older than that. It's like the longer box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one. I got 2 of those in the storage. One is a parts box. So if I find it,
Okay.
yeah. One is a parts box. Just like I would.
A lot of people are looking for Scrabble now too because they craft with the pieces.
I have.
Figured now would be another good point to jump in. I know I mentioned the price on the albums when I walked up. They were $1 a piece. I think it was 7 for 5 or 15 for 10. On the 2 bins over from where I'm looking right now, The bins I'm looking at now were $3 an album or 2 for $5, so $2.50 a piece. And I really, if I spent the time, I probably could have pulled out a good amount of records that were probably $10 to $12, $15 records, and I could have made some money on them. But I didn't feel that I needed to spend that time there to lug those heavy records around and to possibly, maybe double my money on them, after fees. It just didn't seem like a really great investment to me. There was nothing that really jumped out that said, oh my God, I need to have this record because it's a very rare one. I think that guy knew what he had there, and I think the prices he had were pretty fair for what you're looking at. I probably could have sold those for between $6 to $8 a piece. Some of them, like the Fog Hat, the Sticks, maybe the Firm, I don't know, but for the most part, they just seem like a good pass on my part. And as you're seeing a lot in this video, a lot of these prices on here are like good, like if you're buying for yourself kind of prices, but if you're like me and you're buying to make a profit, there wasn't a lot to be had here.
Hi. Hi, how you doing?
How are you doing?
Good.
That all you want? $1.
Well, I have limited funds, otherwise I'd be buying like crazy. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to put that in there.
Oh, thank you.
That's fine. I'll get you change. I've changed. Thank you.
Most of the vendors here and yourself going to be here in January, you think?
What's that?
And most of the vendors here and yourself going to be here in January.
I don't know about them. I'll be here. Yeah, most of them repeat.
Yeah, I don't think, my daughter lives closer to here.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm in Bucks County.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, she's in Montgomery.
Oh.
And she knew about the sale. This is very nice. Nice church. Excuse me.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're very welcome.
It's usually summer, so it's linen and silk.
Hi.
I have 4 outfits, I think. 3. I have 3 suit outfits. What do you call mess around?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I want $20 each, all 3 for $50.
Wow.
Over $50 on eBay.
They're all complete inside, huh?
Yeah, actually the bottom one has never even been opened.
Oh, wow. Lego Exo Force. Interesting. I've never seen these before.
That's what someone else said to me. Are these knockoffs? I said,
Right, yeah.
no, you can look them up right now.
Lego
And he
Exo
did. He goes,
Force.
wow.
Huh. There's like a Lego like anime kind of like
Well, like when they're my sons, obviously. When he was young, it was all the Yu-Gi-Oh and all the
yeah.
Transformers and all the stuff that came from overseas.
Huh. Those are interesting. I'm gonna definitely have to think about those. That's cool. Surprised you haven't sold that yet. You're you're in prime Eagles country right here. If it was a 49ers one, I would have bought it off you.
So before I get lambasted in the comments, yeah, I should have bought those Lego Exo Forces for $50. That bottom one alone sells for between $50 to $60 on eBay, and I would have gotten about anywhere between probably $30 to $40 for the other two. So say the bottom one paid for it, you're looking at probably say on the low end, $60 of sales after fees, probably like $40 a profit. You know, probably closer to about $50 a profit on that. So I definitely would have doubled my money if I would have bought those. Definitely a miss on my part on this one.
Nowadays, we do like
Well, I spent $50, but
wrap it in a napkin and put it in the bag.
Also going to pop in here and just mention that, yeah, I did look these up, but I didn't remember the numbers on them. So it was set 7700, 7701, and 7704. Looking them up that way is a lot easier than looking them up the way that I was doing at this sale here, because you're going to get a much more accurate description of actually what's sold, because you're looking at the exact item that was sold as opposed to looking through all of the XO4's things, which sort of made me think at the time that I was doing a good idea about passing these up. But in retrospect, I probably should have done a little bit more research on them. And just, you know, she said look them up. I probably should have just looked them up right there in front of her, because she obviously wouldn't have minded. And then if you see here, I'm looking up these Squishmallows because I thought, you know, this Snoopy set was a pretty cool set. And you will sneak peek, see that in next week's video. It won't be in this week's video, but I'm going to make an offer on those. And shout out to Brian Big and Fun. I should have picked up that Eagles plate for you. And shout out to Coco and Chewy. I know, Coco, you love watching the last part of the video where I go over the comps, but sadly that will not happen in today's video, because as you have seen, I have bought nothing at the first part of this sale. Hence the title of this video, Did I Strike Out? Some of it was on my own accord. Obviously not buying those XO4s was a big deal, but some of it was just the prices in there were just a little too high to have anything of value. Lots of cool stuff, and I know I missed stuff. Like I said earlier in the video, please let me know what I missed. I learned from everyone when they leave me the comments about what I should have picked up, because I'm still learning as I'm going. And again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it if you subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the new videos come out. Give this one a thumbs up, and then come with me again next Sunday. We're going to go on another great yard selling adventure for part 2 here.